keeping their staff safe, understanding the rules, blah, blah, blah. You're right, they've done it. Do you think they were cajoled into doing this?
Well, who knows? Who knows the discussions that are had? I think the important thing is it's been done. And I guess, that's sort of the breaking news. It's almost links to what I was going to talk about today, which is, they're also having to, as we've said in a couple of the previous episodes of this, they're having to deal with change to their market where 10 years of change has happened in 6 months.
And it really, yeah.
And the costs involved in just coping with that must be immense.
And what does that mean? I mean, we've got the future of the high street. I'm sure that's well documented, and particularly we've got Debenhams, Arcadia of recent. The future of our high street. I mean, is it all going to be coffee shops and hairdressers?
Well, it's interesting. I think unfortunately, you get the pain before the gain. I saw over the weekend Bill Grimsby. I don't know if you remember him. Used to run Iceland and then Wix. Seasoned retail professional. Got a lot of time for the guy. He's a really good operator. I think he interviewed me once, but didn't give me the job. So anyway, not everyone's perfect. But he basically was saying that people like himself spent the 80s and the 90s creating Lego brick towns where you can remember every single town was a copycat. There was a Boots, there was a W.H. Smith's, there was a Tesco, there was a Curry's, there was going back, Timothy White's, Radio Rentals, and every town was carbon copy.
And I remember as a kid and then becoming an adult, you went from towns being very different. You visited towns as a kid and you saw different things. And then as an adult, we went to towns and it was exactly the same damn thing in every town. But now that's going to go completely on its own.
That is the opportunity that, supermarkets, as we said, they will be different. They're not going to have deli counters, as we said, I think last week or the week before. These urban fulfillment centres where half of the store turns dark. And, the new Lego brick is online. So online is increasingly, how do you differentiate online? Because you can offer everything online. So people love the convenience of online. They love the convenience of the van turning up outside the house, but it's not exactly exciting, is it?
No, it's not. And I mean, one of the things that has happened is speed. You can now get something in about 5 hours of ordering it on some website, or certainly 12 hours, 24. The days of it taking 3 to 5 business days are gone. So that part's nailed. You get
people want to touch and feel. They want to touch, feel, smell, experience stuff before they buy it. Particularly, maybe not necessarily food, but certainly, think of clothes. How many times do you buy clothes and they don't fit, or they're not quite what you expected? People will still want shops.
And that's where the returns policy comes in, and it has to be absolutely open. Order all the stuff, free delivery, try it on, send back whatever you don't want, and we'll put the money in your account before it arrives with us.
Which is, where Amazon, whether you love them or don't love them, are pretty brilliant. But anyway, I've got a quiz for you. Darren. So, future of the high street. There has been research done in terms of what will encourage people into stores if they become, there aren't any deli counters. The grocery becomes part of a dark store. What sort of services and things do people want to see in stores? So let's see how close you get to these. Top 3. Number 1, 42% of people said that they would want to see one of these in store and would actively seek out a store that had one.
A product expert.
No, it's a service.
Okay. A service. Party planner.
No. A pharmacy with a qualified pharmacist on site. Yep. And it's interesting the order of these, because I think my order might be slightly different. So number 1, very sensibly of the good old British public, a pharmacy. Number 2, at 35% of people said that they would actively shop in a place that's provided this.
A dry cleaners?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of a Timpson's key cutting type place.
No,
No?
no, bit more of a basic need. And I don't
Recycle.
mean it. I don't mean in-store toilets.
No, go on. I have no idea.
Food, hot food on site. So a restaurant or a cafe,
Oh, okay.
or whatever. And this is the one that I found most interesting because I think I'd put it at number one. 29% of people said that they would actively shop in a store that provided
personal shopping.
alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Now, quite whether the survey was done on proper demographic grounds and whether the mix between the sexes was properly filtered out, I don't know. But yeah, the third most popular in-store request was alcohol on site.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I'm thinking of one of the things that was really popular was Jessop's. Now, those poor sods were doing a cracking job of providing all the knowledge. Then the customer would leave the shop, go and find it on Amazon.
Yeah, and that is the problem, isn't it? That this future that becomes experiential, I think is the word, experiential shopping. Yeah. The danger is people go, and I think PC World are suffering from this. Yeah, people go and look, feel, touch, decide which fridge freezer will fit in their kitchen, and then order it from Amazon or appliances online.
Those businesses just aren't going to survive not doing that. They need something more, don't they?
Yeah. And let's take it back to the grocers, where I think the grocers are doing a very good job. If you look at the Tesco's and Sainsbury's and Waitroses of this world, they're adding all these really phenomenal new sexy boutique products and brands that you can't get online, you can't get in Aldi. But stuff, if you're an enthusiastic cook, or you like to come up with recipes at the weekend, etc., the stuff that now people like, I guess Waitrose have always done it, but Tesco and Sainsbury's really jumping into that space so that people have a reason to go there to experience great food. And so although it may be a bit gloomy at the moment with stores shutting and what have you, I think the future, as Bill Grimsey said, is actually we're going to get a very diverse, very much more choice, and that we'll move away from these identikit towns, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, I do. So maybe there's a positive to come out of this damn COVID.
Yeah. And with all the news this week with the vaccine, maybe there is light at the end of the tunnel. And as you do travel around, there are already towns that maybe are the model. I mean, Frome in Somerset has got so many independent artisan shops, and particularly food shops, that it's become a magnet of its own. There's a town in Wales that does exactly the same thing. So if our local high streets can look more like a Frome, bring it on, I'd say.
Well, I know in my hometown, which is Tame in Oxfordshire, there was uproar when a Domino's arrived.
Yes, yeah.
Because we're trying to keep that balance between the independence, the quaint British town, market town, and yet we've got to bring in some of these brands that can pay the rent.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, I'm back off shopping. I may even pop in to see if the 29% of people were right in their choice.
And something for our viewers, if you're a national account manager and you're thinking about the future and what you need to do, then e-commerce category management is something you definitely need to start understanding how your shoppers are navigating menus, ordering promotions, abandoned carts, as the Americans would say. We're getting a lot of inquiries about this stuff at the moment.
And if you tune in next week, we're going to talk about the ghost of Christmas future, aren't we?
Oh, no, that was the pants one. Yes, we are.
Yes, so we're going to talk about the future of national account managers and how, again, a bit like the high street, there's big rosy opportunities in the future if people change. Yeah. But ghost of Christmas present, if you stay as you are, maybe time for a New Year resolution.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Looking forward to that, Andrew. We will talk to you next week, either from your car if you're out and about or back at home. We'll see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.